New Mexico State Representative upsetting a lot of people following a comment she made during a committee meeting.
Anchor Sasha Leninger joins us in studio. And Sasha, that comment dealing with the disabled community.
Doug, Shelley, yeah, more specifically, it targets those with special needs. So this is State Rep Susan Herrera here. She's been a lawmaker for the last 4 years. What she said now has a lot of people up in arms. Take a listen.
Shame on her, and shame on anybody who would ever say something like that to someone just because of a factor that's out of their control.
Reaction from lawmakers and disability advocates after what some say is an eye-opening comment made by State Representative Susan Herrera.
Listening to a statement like that definitely makes me take pause.
It's Friday just after lunch. The Legislative Education Study Committee is meeting, talking about a handful of things, including special education. That is State Rep Susan Herrera highlighted on your screen. The committee is talking about funding and a policy in California when Herrera says this.
And many special ed, kids get together, get married, and they have children. Mm-hmm. And that's really difficult to respect and help that group of people.
You can't clearly see the facial reactions of those in the meeting, but State Rep John Block was there.
And when she said that, I kind of shook my head a little bit because I didn't really understand where she was coming from in the vein that she was talking.
He says she needs to apologize.
And I would actually think that the speaker might want to very much consider taking her off her chairwomanship of her committee, because that kind of language is not okay. It should never be allowed by any member of the legislature, much less any member of the public.
Danielle Lucero is the president of the Rio Grande Down Syndrome Network, a nonprofit empowering people with Down syndrome through advocacy, education, and support. She says there is a huge learning curve when it comes to understanding individuals with special needs.
I think that there is a lot more education that needs to be done in classrooms, in homes, in communities. And that's something that the Rio Grande Down Syndrome Network really strives for constantly, is not only connecting people to resources they need, but connecting them to their communities in meaningful ways so that they can live to their full potential as human beings.
Now, I did reach out to State Rep Susan Herrera asking if she would like to talk to us, explain what she meant, or even send us a statement. She has not answered our request. Back to you.
Odette has served since 2019. She represents Rio Arriba, Sandoval, Santa Fe, and Taos counties.